40 goal contribution in 45 appearances for Cole Palmer in his debut season for Chelsea. Now, starting the season really good, breaking the record of the first player to score 4 goals in the first half of a match against Brighton. Now, in the past 2-3 months, a lot of question has been there have been a lot of question around Palmer, on him being a one season wonder. You get me? But one thing we have to get into in all this thing, I don't really want to get into that conversation. And I think anyone that think Obama is a one season wonder is stupid. And I'll put it this way. Now I'll give one of the reasons, maybe I'm making excuses for him, but I give one of the reasons why the whole team is not performing well. Like the whole front line is not really performing well. And I could equally discuss Sancho a little bit in this video as well. Now, Kupama, one season wonder. Now, for a player that has been tagged one season wonder, or a player that doesn't turn up, blah blah, a lot of talks around him this period. Now, he already has 21 goal contribution in 33 matches. Now, I think for a one season wonder, even if it's not as more, that's like half of the number he did last season. Now, I think that was a heavy drop off for me. I was really expecting it. I wasn't expecting Cole Palmer to come in this season and started picking up those numbers here and there. But actually, he started picking it up in the first half of the season. Now, and if you watch what was happening in the first half of the season, or before the whole December thing happened, he was playing with Jackson, Madueke, and Sancho. Now, these three players I mentioned will be key figures into what I'm trying to discuss. Now, first of all, it started happening. The whole team started losing form. Kopama was still playing well, but the whole team started losing form. And it was documented to a certain period that he had the most chances created, and none of them was converted to goals, which could have led to him having an assist. None of them was converted to goals. Now, we have seen his form furthermore dipped since Nicholas Jackson went injured and Noni Madueke went injured as well. Now, if you watch the players he's playing currently with Nkunku, he's playing with Sancho, and he's playing with Pedro Neto. Now, with all due respect, and if you have been watching this channel for long, you know my stand on Pedro Neto. I think he's a fraud. I don't think that brother is a footballer. Now, Pedro Neto is not the type of player you pair around a Kopama. Now, Kopama is a proper baller, and you need to surround him around a proper baller. Now, Kopama, when he used to play, he used to link with Noni Madueke. Now, Noni Madueke and Pedro Neto, in as much as anyone could say, Noni Madueke is bad, blah blah, you have your opinion on him. But I think Noni Madueke is more of a perfect winger in this system we are playing in than Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto is just a runner. Pedro Neto runs like a headless chicken. Get me? I don't want to cuss anyone out here, but Noni Madueke is like more of a baller. You watch where he links up with Kopama, makes spaces. The link up with Kopama alone is one of the reasons that, and I don't think Pedro Neto is on the same frequency, or they have the same understanding or read the game the way Noni Madueke and Kopama understand it. There's just this vibe when Noni Madueke is on the pitch alongside Kopama. It's just different. And one thing is that they have played for a while. Actually, they have played for the under 21 of England. Now, when you look at the other side, what's his name? Nkunku, who it really looks like him and Kopama has no rapport. Nkunku this season has been very terrible. He oftentimes plays like he's being forced to play for Chelsea. Now, will you attribute it as a reason? Hell yeah, because what Nkunku is offering, if you watch, he was being played as a 9 most times. When Nicholas Jackson first got into, I think first 2 matches he was being played as a 9. Now, before they moved Pedro Neto there. Now, one thing Pedro Neto is very good at is running. He runs a lot. Now, when he's running, now that if you watch when Nicholas Jackson is playing, he has this hold up play, link up play. That's not Pedro Neto's game. You get me? Now, that hold up play and link up play kind of gives Palmer spaces, because Nicholas Jackson goes ahead and he creates a lot of nuisance and attracts a lot of players to himself. That gives Kopama a lot of space for him to operate in. You get me? And Kopama, even though they have been doubling up on him since the season started, it's easy to like mark him out of the game right like now. He often, I think number one is the confidence issue. I think he's lost his confidence a little bit, but confidence issue and you know the whole team. But currently, let's talk about why I think Kopama is having a very very bad form now. His form totally dipped now. Even before he stopped scoring, he was having a good game. But right now, Kopama has been very, very terrible for me. Like in the past, since Jackson got injured, since Brighton, Kopama hasn't really, really been good for me, in my opinion. That since Jackson got injured, there's no player that has that kind of communication or understand the game, the how Kopama and Nicholas Jackson understand it. Now, another player who is equally a proper baller who could link up with Palmer as well is Jordan Sancho. But now the man that executes the whole thing, which is Nicholas Jackson. Now I have my problems with Nicholas Jackson. He's not a good finisher. Now, and if you watch this channel for a while, you know I've been calling on for us to sign a striker now because I don't think Nicholas Jackson is enough for us. Another thing is like if he gets injured and even if he doesn't get injured, I don't really think he's the man to like lead the line for us at this point because we need a bagsman. And Jackson is not a bagsman. He's every other thing else, but he's just not a bagsman. He's not clinical enough. And that's my problem with him. But his link up play and his hold up play kind of makes his players around him shine. Now, when he was in the team, Jordan Sancho, in as much as you could say anything about, but Jordan Sancho was playing well, was creating chances. You get me? Now, Kupama was playing well. What's his name? Madueke was playing well. So it's not rocket science that when Nicholas Jackson is on the pitch, that everyone is playing well because he kind of helps them not, he attracts a lot of attention to himself. Now, Nicholas Jackson is the kind of striker that if he's playing, your two centre back will not rest. He gets a lot of attention on him, which gives a lot of spaces for our other attackers. Now, if you watch, even when Jackson is not scoring, we are winning matches because we are scoring goals. Now, even if we are not winning matches, we are scoring goals. Now, we can't even score goal. We don't even know where our next goal is coming from because Nicholas Jackson, in as much as he doesn't finish, he kind of attracts a lot of attention to himself. You get me? Which gives spaces to our to the three other attackers on the pitch to have spaces to operate on. Now, I think we'll start seeing Kopama back. I think Kopama is currently injured right now, and there are talks that he will back after the international break. And I think our first match will be in April because after the international break there will be a couple of FA Cups because Chelsea already we are not in the FA Cup anymore. So like that's like 1 week off. Likes of Kopama, Jackson, Madueke, Lavia is already back, but a lot of our players will returning after the international break. Now, Jackson returning will be a very major boost for Kopama, actually. You get me? And on Madueke as well. Now, like I said, if Jackson returns, I think Kopama games will significantly improve. You get me? If Jackson is at the same pace he was when the season started, they understand each other now. And even if you take it back to last season, Jackson was the one playing mostly up top. Now the understanding between him and Kopama makes Kopama play well, or gives Kopama spaces to operate in. Now that is one thing Kopama is currently not have, and now we can attribute it to like when you go like when you're a player that scores often and you go 2 to 3 games without scoring. Now it kind of dumps down your confidence. Now I think Kopama is equally low on confidence, and that's why you see him trying too hard to like get his goal and do this stuff. But yeah, I think if players like Tony Madueke and Nicholas Jackson returns to the team, returns to the first 11, I think we are going to definitely have a Kopama Copa, we will definitely have Kopama back in form. But even if Kopama doesn't really turn up to the end of the season, now I think he has done well for this season. Actually, in my opinion, now I think he's the club highest goal scorer or highest goal contribute. He has the highest goal contribution this season for Chelsea. Actually, so I think he has done well this season. Now, what am I saying? Kopama is not in any way a one season wonder. Like, it's not in any way once. If you think it's a one season wonder, you are stupid. You get me? I'll say it again. And this is the reason why I think Kopama has been off form for me. You get me? So yeah, that's the video. I hope I talk sense. I hope you like the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. You go be.